All right, so get ready, because today we're diving into the world of textiles.
Oh, fun.
We're exploring ASKT-TEX.
Okay.
It's this new fabric making waves, in the furniture industry.
Interesting.
And we're really lucky because we actually have the creator's blog post, so we get that, firsthand look
Wow.
at his journey and really the passion, behind this whole innovation.
Nice.
But one of the things that's got me super intrigued
Yeah.
is this claim that ASKT-TEX is both waterproof
Okay.
and breathable
Hmm.
and designed for dining chairs, no less.
Wow.
And of course, sustainability is, a big part of their story too.
Right.
So what's your take on this combination? Waterproof and breathable. It seems like a pretty tough challenge to create a fabric that's both durable enough for, spills and stuff, but also comfortable enough to sit on for hours.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Right.
Creating a high-performance fabric like this, you really have to strike a delicate balance
Yeah.
between multiple factors. You've got to consider things like liquid repellency,
Sure.
breathability, structural integrity,
Mhm.
and aesthetics.
Right.
Not to mention, of course, the environmental impact.
Right.
It's really fascinating to see how ASKT-TEX is trying to, address all of these.
I'm ready to hear more about it.
Yeah.
The creator, he starts his blog post with this really relatable, aha moment. He's at his R&D center,
Okay.
sees someone spill water on a chair,
Oh, no.
and boom, the seed for ASKT-TEX is planted. It's like that
Yeah.
light bulb moment.
I love that.
So do you think there's like a real gap in the market for a fabric that can truly withstand, spills and just everyday mishaps?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, think about all the places where you find chairs.
Yeah.
Restaurants, cafes,
Yeah.
homes, offices.
Mm-hmm.
Spills are just inevitable
Yeah.
in these environments.
Again.
And traditional fabrics, they often struggle to hold up, most spill-resistant options.
Right.
They provide only temporary protection.
Right.
And then you're left with stains or that, dreaded dampness.
I hate that.
Yeah, yeah.
He mentions that the European market is particularly demanding when it comes to furniture.
Yeah.
Have you observed this focus on quality and performance, in other areas of textile design?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
European consumers, they tend to have really high expectations for durability, functionality, and sustainability.
Right.
And that really drives innovation in all sorts of industries.
Uh-huh.
They're not just looking for something that looks good. They
Right.
want products that perform well and last.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
So the creator clearly had his work cut out for him.
Yeah.
He outlines two main goals for ASKT-TEX:
Okay.
durability
Yeah.
and aesthetics. And as he points out, it's a tricky balancing act.
Right.
Especially for something like dining chairs that get a lot of wear and tear.
Yeah, they do.
So what are some of the common trade-offs that you see in textile design, especially when trying to achieve both durability and aesthetics?
Well, often a focus on durability,
Mm-hmm.
it leads to fabrics that are stiff
Right.
or have that plastic-like feel,
Yeah,
which really compromises the comfort and the aesthetic appeal.
totally.
And on the other hand, delicate fabrics
Yeah.
that prioritize a soft feel or luxurious appearance,
Mm-hmm.
those might be susceptible to damage, staining, or fading.
Right.
So finding that sweet spot
Yeah.
where the fabric can withstand daily use,
Mm-hmm.
but still look and feel great,
Right.
that's the real challenge.
I bet.
Yeah.
He also mentions an increase in demand for low-maintenance, high-performance fabrics across Europe, particularly from restaurants and families with, shall we say, active lifestyles.
Right. Yeah.
So what do you think is driving this trend? Is it purely practicality, or are there other factors at play?
I think it's a combination.
Yeah.
Practicality is definitely a major driver. Busy restaurants need furniture that can withstand constant use and spills
Right.
without requiring extensive cleaning
Yeah.
or, frequent replacements.
Uh-huh.
And families with kids and pets,
Yeah.
they want furniture that can handle, the inevitable accidents and roughhousing
Right.
without showing wear and tear.
Yeah, for sure.
But, beyond practicality, there's also a growing awareness of the environmental impact of our choices.
Yeah, that's true.
People are starting to realize that buying durable, long-lasting products,
Right.
that's a more sustainable approach in the long run.
Right, yeah.
And they're willing to invest in quality.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, time to geek out a bit.
Okay.
The creator actually takes the time to define waterproof and breathable in a technical sense.
Right.
He mentioned something called the water column test,
Oh, wow.
which sounds Pretty intense.
Yeah.
So can you explain in simple terms
Sure.
what these properties mean and why they matter?
You bet. It's actually pretty intuitive.
Okay,
Waterproof simply means the fabric prevents water from passing through it.
got it.
So the water column test you mentioned,
Yeah.
that's a way to measure how much water pressure a fabric can withstand.
Okay.
Before it starts leaking,
Mm-hmm.
basically they put a column of water on top of the fabric
Yeah.
and see how high they can go before it seeps through.
Oh, wow.
The higher the water column, the more waterproof the fabric.
That makes sense.
Breathable fabrics, on the other hand,
Mm.
they allow air and water vapor to pass through,
Okay.
but they still block liquid water.
Okay.
This is really important for comfort
Yeah.
because it prevents that stuffy, sweaty feeling you can get when you're sitting on, non-breathable materials.
Yeah.
Think about wearing a raincoat.
Uh.
A good one will keep the rain out,
Yeah.
but it still lets your body breathe.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes perfect sense.
yeah.
Now, how does ASKT actually achieve this magic trick of being both waterproof and breathable?
Well, the creator breaks down ASKT-TEX's construction into 3 key components.
Okay.
First, you've got the surface finishing,
Yeah.
which acts like a shield,
Uh-huh.
repelling liquids,
Right.
preventing them from penetrating the fabric.
Okay.
Then there's the microporous membrane.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the breathability comes in.
Okay.
This thin layer has tiny pores.
Okay.
They're large enough for air and water vapor to pass through,
Got it.
but small enough to block liquid water.
Okay.
It's like a microscopic filter
Mm.
that allows the fabric to breathe while keeping it dry.
Interesting.
And finally, there's the backing material,
Yeah.
which provides that structural integrity,
Right.
ensuring that the fabric can withstand repeated use and cleaning without falling apart.
Okay, so you've got this layered approach
Mm.
with each component playing a specific role
Yeah.
in the overall performance of the fabric.
Right.
But creating a fabric that can do it all must be quite a challenge, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Finding that balance between, seemingly contradictory properties,
Mhm.
that's one of the biggest hurdles in textile engineering.
I bet.
A lot of fabrics sacrifice breathability for waterproofness
Right.
or vice versa.
Yeah.
And of course, let's not forget about aesthetics.
Right.
The feel and drape for the fabric can be significantly impacted by all these performance features.
Sure.
So finding that perfect balance,
Yeah,
that's what makes ASKT-TEX so intriguing.
I agree.
Yeah,
This is where it gets really interesting.
I know, right? He introduces this concept called the technology matrix,
Okay.
which is essentially the framework that brings all these different components together in a highly engineered way.
Ooh, I like that technology matrix.
Yeah,
Tell me more about it.
right.
What makes it so special?
Well, instead of relying on a single approach,
Okay.
like a heavy chemical coating,
Uh-huh.
which can often, compromise breathability,
Right.
ASKT-TEX utilizes a matrix of 4 distinct technologies, each meticulously chosen and tested to work in synergy.
Okay.
This approach allows them to achieve both high performance and sustainability
Mm-hmm.
without sacrificing comfort or aesthetics.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah,
It's a truly innovative approach
it is.
that sets ASKT-TEX apart.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hooked.
All right.
Let's break down this technology matrix.
Okay.
What are these 4 core technologies, and how do they work together to create such a unique fabric?
Okay, so the first technology in the matrix
Okay.
might be a little unexpected.
Oh, really?
It's the high-density weave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this forms the foundation of the fabric,
Mm-hmm.
and they've engineered it to be incredibly tight,
Mm.
creating a natural barrier that repels water droplets
Okay.
and helps prevent, dust and dirt
Yeah.
from penetrating the surface.
So you're telling me that even before we get to, like, any special coatings or
Right.
membranes,
Exactly.
the fabric itself is already working hard to keep things clean?
Yeah. It's like having that first line of defense
Yeah. Uh-huh.
built right into the fabric structure.
I like that.
Yeah. And to make sure it holds up over time.
Right.
They put it through some pretty rigorous testing.
Oh, wow.
They simulated 25 wash cycles.
Okay.
And the results are really impressive.
Yeah.
Even after all those washes,
Yeah.
the fabric maintained a high level of water repellency.
That's pretty remarkable. So
Yeah.
what you're saying is I could potentially spill red wine on my dining chair
Mm-hmm.
and it would just beat up and roll off.
You got it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And that means less scrubbing,
Oh, I love that.
less stress.
Less stress is always good.
Yeah, and fewer trips to the dry cleaner.
Okay, that's a major win in my book.
Yeah.
So what's the next layer in this, like, fabric fortress?
That brings us to the star of the show,
Ooh.
The microporous membrane.
Right?
This is what gives ASKT-TEX its breathability.
Okay.
And it's a real game changer.
Okay, break it down for me.
Sure.
How does this membrane actually work?
Well, imagine like a sheet
Okay.
with millions of tiny holes.
Okay.
These holes are big enough to let air and water vapor pass through,
Mm-hmm.
which keeps the fabric breathable,
Right.
but they're small enough to block liquid water.
So it's like a microscopic bouncer,
Yeah,
letting the good stuff in,
exactly.
keeping the bad stuff out.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
I like that analogy.
And they actually use a really high-powered microscope
Oh, wow.
called a scanning electron microscope
Okay.
to make sure those pores are just the right size.
It sounds like they're really serious about the science behind this fabric.
They are,
Yeah.
very much so.
But besides keeping me from feeling sticky, what are the real-world benefits
Yeah.
of a breathable fabric for furniture?
Well, breathability plays a huge role in comfort.
Okay.
Think about those times you've been sitting on a chair for a while and you
Yeah.
start to feel a little stuck.
Yeah.
That's because non-breathable fabrics, they trap heat and moisture. So the microporous membrane in ASKT-TEX, it allows air to circulate
Oh, okay.
and heat to dissipate. So you stay cooler and more comfortable.
Okay, now that's something I can get behind. No more feeling like I'm melting into my chair.
Exactly.
2 layers down, what's next in this fabric revolution?
All right, next up,
Okay.
we've got the reinforcement backing,
Okay.
which might not sound as exciting
Right.
as a microscopic membrane,
Sure.
but it is crucial for durability.
Okay.
This layer is all about strength and structure.
So it's like the backbone of the fabric,
Yes,
giving it the muscle to withstand everyday wear and tear?
Precisely.
I like that.
Think about the stress a dining chair goes through.
Yeah.
People plopping down,
All right.
kids climbing all over them.
Yeah.
They actually ran tensile strength tests
Oh, wow.
to measure tear resistance,
Oh,
and ASKT-TEX outperformed standard upholstery materials
really?
by a significant margin.
So basically, this fabric can handle whatever life throws at it.
Pretty much.
That's amazing.
Spills, scratches,
Okay.
rambunctious kids, you name it.
Yeah.
ASKT-TEX can take it.
All right, I'm starting to see why the creator's so proud of this fabric.
Yeah.
We've got the repellent top layer, the breathable membrane,
Yeah.
and the super strong backing.
Right.
What's the final piece of this puzzle?
The final piece is the eco-friendly treatment.
Okay.
And it's not just an afterthought.
Okay.
This specialized coating
Yeah.
is what gives ASKT-TEX that extra oomph
Okay.
when it comes to stain resistance and color fastness.
I'm all for eco-friendly.
Yeah.
But does that mean sacrificing performance?
Not at all.
Really?
They've actually managed to create a high-performing treatment
Okay.
without relying on harsh chemicals.
Okay.
It could be harmful to people and the environment. And the best part is they've got the test results to back it up.
Let's hear it. What kind of tests did they do?
Well, they exposed the fabric to UV light
Okay.
and simulated repeated cleaning to see how the colors held up.
Right.
And the results,
Yeah.
ASKT-TEX passed with flying colors,
Wow.
maintaining its vibrancy,
Right.
even after rigorous testing.
Very cool.
And importantly,
Yeah.
this treatment meets the stringent REACH regulations in the EU,
Right.
which are all about ensuring the safe use of chemicals.
So we can feel good knowing this fabric is good for us and good for the planet.
Exactly.
Now, I'm curious about how these 4 technologies,
Yeah.
the weave, the membrane, the backing, and the treatment,
Right.
actually work together.
Yeah.
Is it just a matter of layering them on top of each other?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
It's not just about stacking layers.
Okay.
It's about creating a system
Mhm.
where each component complements and enhances the others.
That makes sense. So it's more like a team effort
Exactly.
than a solo act.
Yeah. It's like a well-choreographed dance,
I like that.
with each element playing its part to achieve this overall, performance and sustainability goal.
Mm-hmm.
This matrix approach,
Yeah.
it allows ASKT-TEX to achieve a level of performance that would be impossible
Wow.
with any single technology alone.
All right, I'm sold on the concept of the technology matrix.
Good.
But let's get down to brass tacks.
Okay.
What does all this innovation actually mean for someone who's using a chair covered in ASKT-TEX?
So that's the exciting part.
Okay.
All this technology translates into some pretty amazing real-world benefits
Like what?
for the end user.
Okay.
We're talking about things like,
All right, lay it on me. What are the real-world benefits?
well, first and foremost, there's the spill and stain resistance.
Yeah.
We've already kind of touched on it.
Right.
Remember that field test they did in that busy Munich restaurant?
Oh, yeah.
They subjected ASKT-TEX to 3 months of spills.
Oh, wow.
I mean, coffee, juice, even spaghetti sauce.
That's impressive.
And it emerged
Yeah.
without a single permanent stain.
Wow.
That kind of durability is a game changer for high-traffic areas.
Yeah. I can definitely see the appeal, especially for restaurants or families with messy eaters.
Right.
Like me.
Yeah.
But wouldn't a super durable fabric like that feel,
Yeah.
stiff and uncomfortable?
That's where the breathability of ASKT-TEX comes in.
Okay.
They actually measured the humidity levels
Really?
between a person sitting on the fabric and the chair's surface.
Wow.
And compared to, typical vinyl or coated fabrics,
Yeah.
ASKT-TEX showed a significantly lower humidity retention rate.
So you're saying it wicks away moisture and keeps you cool and dry even if you're sitting for a long time.
Absolutely.
That's huge for comfort.
It's like the fabric is breathing right along with you.
I like that.
And because it's so good at, regulating moisture,
Mm-hmm.
it also helps prevent the growth of mildew and those musty odors
Right.
that can develop in humid environments.
Yeah, that's a big win for anyone who's ever had to deal with that, like, old furniture smell.
Exactly.
What about long-term wear and tear?
Well, they subjected ASKT-TEX to a battery of aging tests,
Oh,
simulating years of use,
wow.
including exposure to UV light, moisture, and temperature fluctuations.
That's a lot.
The results were really remarkable.
Yeah.
ASKT-TEX retained its structural integrity and appearance far longer
Okay.
than traditional upholstery fabrics.
So not only is it comfortable and easy to clean,
Right.
but it also lasts longer.
Yes.
That's a win for our wallets and the environment.
Exactly.
Less waste in landfills. I love that.
A longer lifespan means fewer replacements,
Right.
which translates into less waste ending up in landfills.
For sure. And let's not forget about aesthetics.
Of course not.
ASKT-TEX comes in a wide range of colors, textures, and patterns.
Right.
And remember those color fastness tests?
Yeah.
They guarantee that the fabric will retain its vibrancy, even with exposure to sunlight and repeated cleaning.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it seems like they've really thought of everything.
They have.
But with all this technology packed into one fabric,
Yeah.
is it a nightmare to clean?
That's the beauty of it. Despite its high-tech nature,
Okay.
ASKT-TEX is surprisingly easy to clean.
Okay.
They tested various cleaning methods,
Yeah?
and the fabric held up beautifully to mild detergents
Okay.
without any discoloration, shrinking, or warping.
That's really good.
No need for harsh chemicals or special treatments.
That makes life easier.
Exactly.
This is sounding better and better, but how can we be sure all these claims are actually true?
Yeah.
I mean, anyone can make promises, right?
That's where their commitment to testing comes in.
Okay.
The creator really emphasizes
Yeah.
that rigorous testing is at the heart of their process.
Uh-huh.
They've invested in some serious equipment
Oh, wow.
to back up every claim they make.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we're talking about specialized machines
Yeah.
for testing color fastness, tensile strength, static load,
Okay.
and even impact resistance.
It sounds like they've got a whole lab dedicated to putting this fabric through its paces. But what's particularly impressive is that they video record every single inspection
I know, it's amazing.
to ensure complete transparency.
Yeah, talk about accountability.
Right.
They're not just saying they're committed to quality,
Mm-hmm.
they're showing it.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Now let's talk sustainability.
Okay.
You mentioned earlier that ASKT-TEX incorporates, eco-friendly elements.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that?
Sure, they've taken a multifaceted approach
Okay.
to minimize their environmental impact.
Yeah.
For starters, they've significantly reduced their reliance on plastic packaging,
Good.
opting for a more sustainable honeycomb paper alternative.
Interesting.
They're also using low-impact coatings
Mm-hmm.
that are free of harmful volatile organic compounds.
Okay, so it's not just about the fabric itself,
Right.
but the entire production process.
Yeah, exactly. And to ensure they're meeting the highest standards,
Yeah.
they source their coatings from companies that comply with REACH regulations. These are some of the most stringent chemical regulations in the world,
Oh,
designed to protect human health and the environment.
that's great to know.
Yeah, it's reassuring to see a company prioritize sustainability throughout their entire operation.
I agree, and remember the durability of ASKT-TEX also plays a crucial role
Oh, absolutely.
in its sustainability story.
Yeah.
A fabric that lasts longer
Yeah.
means less frequent replacements,
Mhm.
ultimately reducing waste and conserving resources.
It all ties together.
So it's a win-win situation.
That is.
You get a high-performing, stylish, and easy-to-clean fabric that's also good for the planet.
The best of all worlds.
Now, before we wrap up, there's one more thing I want to touch on.
Okay.
The creator mentioned that he's open to collaboration
Right.
and customization of ASKT-TEX for specific needs.
Yeah.
What do you think about the potential implications of this?
That's a really exciting prospect.
Yeah.
It suggests that ASKT-TEX isn't just a finished product,
Okay.
but a platform for innovation. Imagine the possibilities.
Yeah.
They could tailor the fabric for outdoor furniture,
Right.
healthcare settings, even automotive applications.
That's incredible.
I know, it's pretty amazing.
It's like they've created a fabric that can evolve
Yeah,
and adapt to the demands of different industries and applications.
exactly.
What kind of furniture would you want to see made with this fabric?
Well, I think the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
But personally,
Yeah.
I'd love to see durable and stylish outdoor furniture
Okay.
that can withstand the elements without fading or deteriorating.
That would be awesome.
Right. Or maybe even hospital beds
Yeah.
that offer both comfort and easy cleaning.
Those are great ideas, and I bet our listeners have some amazing ones too.
I bet they do.
If you're as intrigued by ASKT-TEX as we are,
Yeah,
head over to the ASKT website to learn more.
definitely.
We'll include a link in the show notes.
Perfect.
And be sure to share your thoughts with us on social media. We'd love to hear what kind of furniture or products you envision being made with this innovative fabric.
We're always eager to hear from our listeners.
Well, folks, that wraps up our deep dive into ASKT-TEX.
It's been fun.
We've explored the technology, the testing, the sustainability aspects, and most importantly, the real-world benefits that make this fabric such a game changer.
It's a game changer for sure.
And remember, staying well-informed is half the fun.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those spills beating right off.